In the following video, I'm going to show you how you can start using commenting in your HTML and CSS and how to. We use this also to help ourselves and other people know what's going to happen in which part, but also to mark something out that we really want to test, for example, with a new color or just removing a color and so on and so on. So I'm going to start with an HTML comment. If we want to comment something out, there's a specific set of characters we can use to start doing this. And it starts with a, I hope this is called a larger than, a greater than, and then an exclamation mark, 2 dashes, and now you can see all this turns green. So these 4 characters here will start a comment. And I can end it again with 2 dashes and a lesser than sign. And now you can see this turns green. And whatever I write in here will be a comment. If I want to comment out more than one line, I don't have to do this on each line. I can just take the last 3 characters here and start moving them. So I want to comment out the entire head section because I want to try to create a new one to test a new design or something. So 2 dashes and lesser than. So now you can see the header part is turned green because it's a comment. It still exists, but we're telling the system, the browser, not to actually show the user. If we go look at the code on the page, we will actually still see this. So we can save all this code without deleting if we want to really reuse it later, and just save it somewhere. Don't overdo it, of course. Many people do it to tell just where you are at the stage of the page, and if you have script that are doing specific things and so on. So that's one way of doing comments. That's the way of doing comments in HTML. If you want to do this in CSS, I'm just going to remove this comment here because I want to use the header part. If we want to do it in CSS, I just quickly created some CSS here for a background color, the font family, so changing the font type of the letters and giving it a color. But if I go to my page right now, it's of course nothing happens because I forgot to link my CSS to my index. So back to my index file, inside the header up here, somewhere after the meta tags before, type in link, tabulator, and put in the path of your style sheet. So again, mine is inside the folder I created CSS, that's why I typed that here. Do a backslash for telling it look into this. This is now a library, look into this, and look for a file called style.css. So refresh, now it turns the background a little grayer, and we turn the text to green, and we also change the font. But I really don't like the color up here. But this color may be part of a design, so I really want to just have this color codes kept here. I don't want to delete it because maybe I want to go back to it. So I did this in HTML, but it changes in CSS because I don't know, probably because of the signs, the characters. But in CSS you do a backslash star, and now you can see this turns green. And again, like before with commenting HTML, it won't end until you tell it to. So you end it by switching it around. So start with backslash star and end it with star backslash. This means the code still exists, but again, we're telling the system or the browser, the computers, not to actually show this to the viewers. Just have it there if we want to do something. So this is not only for commenting out colors. In this case, we can use this to name areas. So up here, we could start doing this, saying this area is for the header part. Or we could do something else like this is for mobile design area, whatever you really want. So think of this as both an help to yourself, but also if other people need to use this, and sometimes they will. But that's the 2 ways you can actually do comment in CSS and HTML.